What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in as always. As you can see, we've got both Challengers here in the garage. It's looking spectacular, and I'm going to be using this gray one as an example for today's video. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you. Today may not be the most exciting video, but it's definitely a very necessary one. The first thing we're actually gonna be doing is adding a paint protection film to the door handle right over here. Now, if you guys noticed on the gray one on the Scat Pack, you'll see there are some micro scratches on the paint surface over here, and no matter how careful I was opening the door, it always managed to get scratches. And unfortunately, those scratches are very hard to remove, or they take a lot of effort if they are removable. So what we're gonna be doing, since this is a brand new car, we're gonna add this paint protection film on the door handle so that every time, whenever somebody reaches inside, it's not going to scratch the surface. I've already noticed this Hell-Raising color scratches a lot easier, or it's a lot more noticeable when there are scratches on this color than the Destroyer Gray. So that's gonna be the first thing we're gonna do. I actually purchased a little kit on Amazon, which comes with a spray bottle, which we're gonna fill with some water and alcohol solution. I think it's 5% alcohol, the rest is gonna be water. We've obviously got the film here, which it's gonna be a wet application, so make sure you're aware of that. You're gonna wanna make sure the whole surface is wet when you're applying these films. You've got these cleaning wipes that we're gonna use to clean off the surface and make sure it's ready for the film. You've got a squeegee to make sure all the water is pushed out underneath the film so that it dries properly. We've got this little nice towel or microfiber towel, whatever you call it, to clean off the surface and make sure it's good after you've done the application. And then you've got the instructions at the very bottom. So I'm going to put a link in the description below for this product. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but that way you guys know what products I use on my vehicle. The next thing we're going to do is remove some of the decals from the dealership. So we've got the cdodge.com over there. We've got Christopher's Dodge Ram decal over here, and then I've still got a sticker on the front windshield, which I'm embarrassed to admit this, but it's still there. Right there is a sticker that I'm going to be removing as well. So those are a few things I'm going to be doing, and we're also going to be cleaning the car as well in today's video, so kind of action-packed, but nothing too exciting. The reason I'm doing all of this stuff today is because next week I am going to be applying a paint protection film on the entire front end of this vehicle. Now, I did not do that to the Scat Pack, and I've honestly been very, very lucky because I have not received very many rock chips on this car. One of the reasons I've been so lucky is because I haven't really driven this car in bad conditions or in the snow or anything like that. But the second reason is because of the shape of the vehicle, you're fortunate that you don't get very many rock chips on the front end. And I've heard this from a lot of Challenger owners. However, since the front end is pretty straight down, you will get some rock chips on the front end of this vehicle. And as a matter of fact, I did get one a few years ago over in this section near the front end, and I had to use touch-up paint to get that fixed. And thankfully now it's not noticeable because I did a pretty good job. But otherwise, the front end does receive some rock chips, but I have been very fortunate to keep it pretty clean and in pretty good shape. The other reason I never applied a paint protection film is when I bought this car, it was already used, and so I figured if there are any rock chips there already, they're not going to be able to be fixed, so I might as well just keep it in really great shape, or the best shape that I can. On this car, on the other hand, it is brand new, and I want to keep it in good shape for as long as possible, and since I'm able to control it from day one, I might as well add an entire paint protection on the front end. I'm worried there may already be some rock chips from my 500+ mile journey back from Colorado to Utah, but we're going to do the best we can to make sure we maintain this car as good as possible so that if a few years from now I decide to sell it, it's going to help my resale value, and it's definitely going to look like it's brand new off the showroom floor. So we're going to be doing that. They're going to be covering the entire front end, including these wide body fenders, as well as the side view mirrors. So hopefully I'll be able to film that video. I'm not sure if they'll give me an opportunity to do that or if they're going to do it privately. But that's the main reason why I'm doing all this stuff this weekend, is so it's prepared for next weekend and it's good to go. So that as soon as that paint protection is done, I can get a ceramic coating on this car. I know I've talked crap about it when I did the hydrocharge on this vehicle, but I will talk about why I decided to do a ceramic coating on this Hellraisin versus just doing a hydrocharge like what I did on the Scat Pack. So once I get this car ceramic coated, then I can definitely avoid all of the dirty dust that I happen to get on this car from just driving it a few times in 1 week. And that way all the decals will be removed and the car will be ready to go for that ceramic coating. So that's the real reason I'm doing it right now. And I wanted to take you guys along this journey because I figured you probably want to see this car as often as possible on the channel since it's, well, I can't stop looking at it. So let's get started with today's video. We're going to quickly clean off the entire car at a car wash, and then we're going to start applying the door handle film and make sure it's good to go for next week. Alrighty, so we just finished up doing pretty much everything I wanted to today. We took off all of those little decals that just didn't fit in with the Hellcat. We cleaned the whole thing up at the car wash. It's still, again, pretty dusty, so a ceramic coating will definitely be nice on this car. And then we installed the little paint protection film over here. I didn't do a perfect job on this side. I definitely did a lot better on the other side, the one that you couldn't really see because of the bad angle. But this was my first attempt. The other side was a lot better. And you know what? It's better than nothing. I mean, obviously it's not perfect, but if it protects the paint even just a little bit from somebody reaching in and touching it, that already means it's done its job. I could always replace it in the future if I get tired of it, but it's going to dry out a little bit more over the next few days, and those little bubbles are going to disappear. So overall, I'm happy with it. Stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to be taking this car to get paint protection on the entire front end, and then I'm going to be doing a ceramic coating after that. So stay tuned for those videos. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell because then you stay on top of all of the videos and all of the Hellcat news. Thank you so much for watching. As always, find me on Instagram at Schwazy_, and let me know what else you want to see on the Hellraisin Hellcat. Thank you so much. Take care. Have a wonderful day.